guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the pay to win account and we're looking at the Fabled Realm, but I wanted to look at two formations particularly that are doing absolutely phenomenal within the Fabled Realm. First one is building out more real. So as we know, we did build more real relatively early to go ahead and maximize our damage within the Dark Nemora. Really been focusing on staying in the Fabled Realm, the Twisted Realm, getting more tree juice by building her out. But do you really need her now? Which is crazy to think that as quick as you build these heroes out, they come and go, because ultimately she is being replaced by our Prince of Persia. So the big thing in here is this dual divinity. So the brand new artifact does add crit damage amplification. Also, it increases at level 3 the attack rating by 5%. 5% attack rating, stacking up to 10 times for the first 35 seconds of battle. So the formation that I've been running and that we're going to go over right now is for the Dark Nemora battle. I usually range within 1,000 to 2,000 within here. Right now we are ranked 262. So I want to show you kind of what happened. I've tried it out. I've tested it a few times. So the first few we're running with Scrath and running with Moriel. So this is the regular team comp that we see. We have Mortis in there. We have Estrilda for the buffs. And then we also do have the twins to go through and finish out this formation. Pretty much the instant that the enemies come up, you can see we have the ult going on. I do need to build up Scrath a little bit more, which I'm hoping that he doesn't get replaced, but ultimately we do use him in the 5 pull. And also in here, you see the formation. It is the twins, guys. This is one of the reasons, and probably the biggest reason, why I tell you to build the twins and build the twins as soon as possible, because they are used for just an insane amount of things within AFK Arena. Most of the battle comps come with the twins. Most of the build, the Twisted Realm, the Abyssal Expedition, come with the twins, and most players focus on building them first, again, because of their massive utility in here. Now, this was my previous best attempt that we had here. Got about 14 billion damage there. So 5.7 for Moriel, which she is maxed out, guys, plus 30 signature item. She has 9 of 9 furniture. Again, looking at the damage that we're putting in there from Scrath, guys, 7.22 billion damage. That's right, I still need the rest of his furniture. Then we have the other 3, which is quite lower. So before we get into the team that I used, looking at the leaderboard, they are still running this combination. As you can see, Moriel is built out with a ton of engraving, so that makes a big difference, guys. These two are heavily engraved there from Tony. Even looking at Robo, it is the same. They went to, I believe that's a plus 80 engraving for Moriel. But again, I was ranked about 580, 600 when I was in here. And looking at the battle that I just did, look at this setup. So this could be a relatively new meta. I know I don't have all of the tree specs spec'd out. I only have 61 in that sorcery tree, meaning that Moriel and Scrath are going to do a little less damage. But looking at the Prince of Persia, guys, 7.51 billion damage, because I almost have the tree max out, well, as far as I can take it. But ultimately, this battle did take me much higher, guys. And if you look at the chain effect, so we have Scrag here for the attack rating boost. We have the energy regeneration because my Scrag is built with that 9 of 9 furniture. And literally the Prince of Persia just sits right in the middle. We can even slow it down for a minute. He sits right here in the middle and just ults, which is pretty funny to see. With the Sandstorm going on, they are taking constant damage within the Sandstorm, and he just ults. Sitting in there, just ult after ult after ult after ult. It's crazy to see that this works. This was actually up on Reddit, and I noticed it a little bit ago, and I kind of ran through the formation, and I was like, you know what? I do have the Prince of Persia built. I do have Scrag built. I have Scrath built. The twins, we don't have any furniture on, or excuse me, we don't have the engraving on yet. Same with Leica. So essentially with this team, it could be much higher, much more damage that it's doing right now, especially if you had the engraving on the Prince of Persia, the engraving on Scrath, a couple other heroes in here. It might be a little bit too early, but I don't know if this is going to be able to beat the team comp that we have with Muriel. The big difference here is I'm going to have to find someone who is utilizing this formation specifically. So the formation that we just ran, combination of the Prince of Persia with Skarath, Scrag, of course, for, again, the attack rating, the energy regeneration, Leica, and then running the twins in here. That has these heroes engraved. I haven't seen that many players that have the Prince of Persia on a high level engraving, but ultimately it might do better. I was trying to see if anyone else had this combination in here and had these heroes actually engraved within the Twisted Realm. I didn't find anyone that had them. So again, I do wonder if we max out the Prince of Persia, how it would look for the damage in here. If we could be pulling, even there. So engraved, I believe that is the plus 80. No, that is plus 100, guys. That is engraving plus 80 on here. So the twinkly stars I thought was 100, but it says engraving 80 plus 40 signature item right there, and doing 7 billion damage in turn here, 7.51 billion damage without having 80 levels of engraving, guys. I don't know, again, if that is really going to make that big of a difference, but if you do have the engraving on the Prince of Persia and you are trying this combination within the Twisted Realm or within the Fabled Realm, let me know how it's going. As soon as I seen this, I was like, wait, did we change the meta again? And ultimately, it is due to that artifact. That is the big thing. It is really a game changer. Again, a lot of heroes that go straight to the front line. I want to see it with, let's say, Titus and Scrag, because Scrag does bring such a very strong furniture bonus, plus he has damage mitigation. So even here, attack rating by 20%, so the Prince of Persia gets a boost, less damage, coupled with the artifact providing less damage. So remember, the artifact has up to a 50% mitigation. This is 25% less damage from them as well. I mean, couple that with another hero such as Merlin that gives them more damage mitigation. Not sure if it stacks, but that just seems kind of crazy. Then, of course, the 9 of 9 recovers 100 energy points every 3 seconds in the enemy half of the battlefield, meaning that the Prince of Persia can literally just ult the entire battle, just like you see in there. So we do have 1 or 2 more attempts, so I bought 5 more attempts for some diamonds here. And on that second attempt, we actually did a personal best with this comp. Now, last couple weeks, I ran it with Muriel, haven't really made any changes with that comp. The comp does still work well, but ultimately, if we knew this artifact was coming out, I probably would have not built Muriel. I know a lot of players do utilize her when it comes to PvP, but outside of PvP, I don't know anyone who is using her within the campaign or really any other aspects out of in AFK Arena, short of running her here with this Dark Nemora team that we've seen, which I might even do a little bit better depending on where my damage comes in. Again, we need Skarath a little more built. Prince of Persia definitely needs a higher signature item, would probably help a lot, in addition to having that engraving on him as well. But overall, the artifact does seem to work pretty well. I mean, even here we're at 262, and that was 14.6 billion damage, which beat out the personal best right here, which was 14.2. So again, made a little bit of a difference there. So I made moved about 250, 300 ranks, which was good with that team comp. So again, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know if you do have the Prince of Persia maxed out and what you are building, and if you're using him in here, just to see exactly how well it's going to do. So again, let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you guys for watching.